Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to a very late second video. I had time to drop the Nathan McKinnon video, and then things got a little bit hectic. But hey, I said I was going to drop another video. Good news is, like I said, I'm not really paying attention to the to the 7 o'clock game, so this is going to have a short lifespan. So I'm going to make sure I get into this as soon as possible. So pretty much everything from here, and especially with Sportsbook Lock, is from 7:40 and on. Like I said, we already spoke about Nathan McKinnon, that Dallas series. So let's get right into the Vegas at Minnesota game. Vegas looks to go to Minnesota and close this series out. Currently, what do I have here? Like I said, I love Ryan Hartman, the way he's been playing. It still sucks that FanDuel won't put Foligno, but even though they don't totally link up on the power play, Ryan Hartman does play with Zuccarello, and like I said, they'll be fighting at home with all the energy and the backing of the home crowd. I like this line to connect, or at least these two players on to connect, playing the lower matchups, plus 251. Plus also Ryan Hartman. I've been saying Ryan Hartman has been playing. He has been scoring. Ryan Hartman by himself is plus 158. On the opposite end, trying to close it out, I love Tomas Hertl. Tomas Hertl has been shooting this series, but guess what? He has, I think, I forgot. No, I think it's Saad and Olofsson, if I'm not mistaken. And I also got to check the power plays. But he does have Saad to his left since there's no Dorofeyev to his right. So with that being said, I think Tomas Hertl can, all he has to do is go over 2.5. He has his games where he's gotten to 4. So Tomas Hertl for 2.5 is plus 126. And then obviously Ek and Boldy. I got, obviously, like I said, Kaprizov hasn't, he's just too high at a price, but Ek has now found 2 straight games after not getting a point in the first 3. So Ek and Boldy just over. I'm pretty sure this is negative money now, because I did do this early in the day. Ek has been generating as well, so I did do Ek for over 3.5 plus 136. Kaprizov for over 3.5 is plus 106. And I am curious to put it in there. So if you want, obviously it starts at plus money. The way Tomas Hertl has been shooting, if you take Tomas Hertl for 4 shots, Hertl for 4 shots is plus 320. I think that's the highest output he has. Like I said, everybody else is stick around 2 and 3, but the main shooter has been Dorofeyev. Dorofeyev is out, so I would like to confidently use that plus 2.5. I wonder what it is now, because he'll have more of a green light instead of having to pass off to Dorofeyev. It's still good. It's still good money, plus 126. So, and then of course, somebody that shoots a lot, he starts in the negative though. It's gotten better, because this earlier in the day was minus 168, if I'm not mistaken in my notes. This was minus. Did I put that? Yes, this was like minus 164 earlier in the day. So if you take Boldy for 2, Boldy for 4 shots on goal, is plus 172. Once again, these are still 2 teams with still 2 bad power plays. 2 bad penalty kills. So let's take a look at the power play points. You got Cap, 155. You got Eichel, 200. Then you got Boldy and everybody else. Once again, Minnesota is a team that runs forward power play. Once again, and they're shrinking the power plays too, which stinks about FanDuel. That I don't like. I've noticed this happening lately. So shrinking the power plays, not much to pick, but you're guaranteed to get everybody there. And as you see right there, there's some good odds. Boldy's 210, but you got Zuccarello, who's on the power play. It's a 5-4 power play. Ek. You got Shea Theodore, Stone at 350. So there are some options there. And then point-wise, I guess when you look point-wise, there's not much actual correlation there. There's no Dorofeyev. And like I said, there's a lot of defensemen here. You got Hannafin, Spurgeon, Faber, Pietrangelo. If I'm not mistaken, Carlson moved up to the top line So you should be able to get some type of correlation with a plus money Carlson, with Eichel and Stone. And Eichel's not that horrible, so it looked like there's some correlation there. But the one that you would really want to move up is Olofsson, because Willem Karlsson moves up. But Olofsson is the one that moved up, and he's in the power play unit, and they don't have even a market for him, which sucks. So I saw that, and I was like, yeah, not really interested. So if anything, and if you think Minnesota blows the doors off and sends this back, the 2-point odds aren't that bad. Cap is not that low. Like I said, he's way better. He's even better than McKinnon's 2-point odds. Way, way better than McDavid's 2-point odds. 164, Boldy 260, and then you got Eriksson all the way at plus 36. Yes, but yeah, mostly a shots on goal game for me that I like. Plus, they didn't have certain people that I wanted. Like I said, Minnesota, no Foligno, no Olsen for Vegas. So just kind of stayed away from it, really. But if anything, if I put anything in within the next hour, it would be 2 points on the Minnesota side on that top line. And let's get to, obviously, the main event, another game 6. And what do I like here? Here's what I have here so far. I actually found a way to make Connor McDavid work. Plus 131, because he's been playing well. And ever since they made the change, he's now fully correlated on the power play. So, once again, the third worst penalty kill is LA, so why not attack them? So we're just gonna go ahead and combine Connor McDavid, Corey Perry for plus 131. Corey Perry by himself is plus 104. Obviously the better matches will be for that line 3. Yes, it has been nerfed. This is still profitable, it's just not as profitable. So I do have Philip Deneau Fogel plus 247. Warren Fogel's plus 162 by himself, so that's pretty nice. Deneau more. The only thing good is that they're still plus money, plus 146. But none of these guys are near plus 200, plus 180. There's only one person on the line now, and that's Fogel. That's over plus 150. He's actually over plus 160. But what I do like in this series, since I like the better lineups for generation, I'm not going Kempe, even though it is the smart thing to do. You're going to get better odds if you do a mini ladder with Warren Fogle. Warren Fogle has, the last 2 games, has 5 or 6 shots on goal and has 9 shots on goal. The man generates very well. He's been generating well all series. His lowest amount of shots, production, 2 shots and 2 misses. I think it's now of course Kempe and the Fialas, but when it comes to having a shooter on each line, Warren Fogle has been shooting the hell out of the puck lately. So a mini ladder with him, plus 340 if he gets the 4 shots. His original prop is plus 136. And then of course Quentin Byfield, Fiala. Quentin Byfield was plus 100 earlier. I'm pretty sure this is negative money now. And then of course the center of line 3, Philip Deneau. And also remember, you're looking at bad penalty kills here. So guess what? Remember, the top line with Fiala and Byfield, it's a 5-forward power play again. They're pretty much line 1. Philip Deneau, Trevor Moore, Fogle, they're pretty much power play 2. So it's a fully correlated opportunity. Both power plays have been ringing off the hook. So we found a way to make other things work. If anything else, the top line is Connor McDavid, Draisaitl, and Corey Perry. That's fully correlated. So if you even want better odds or slightly better odds, it's only minus 520, but it's still 100 points. It's 100 points more than McDavid. So if you get it to Corey Perry, who I think is still plus money, yes, plus 104, you're looking at still plus 113. Other than that, you can still do the good old Kopitar Kempe line. Plus 111, not that profitable. Kopitar and Kuzmenko is still even money at plus 100. But the funny thing about Kuzmenko, as long as he's generating properly, it's fine. But the thing with Kuzmenko is doesn't shoot a lot. He's probably going to be forced to shoot and stop being so passive, because you got to pull teeth to get him over 1.5. Like the 1.5 that I hit a few days ago, that was a sweat. So, but we're looking to go more profitable here. Like I said, it's still two bad defenses. Picard played well, but, you know, I like going down to the bottom units. And then, of course, you got LaFerriere there, plus 164. But I definitely like how the matchups go for that LA line 3. And then, of course, you know, you got to take line 2. And line 2, you mix in LaFerriere. LaFerriere is to the right of Byfield, while Fiala is to his left. And then, of course, by the time you get down there, the power play odds. I'm surprised you're getting 125. It was just a little while ago. Like, I think both of them were just under 120. So, power play odds are looking pretty good. There you go, Bouchard. Still in the 200, surprisingly. I mean, obviously, he's down from 300s or whatever, but Kuzmenko, Nugent Hopkins. I mean, if anything, you hope. I mean, Drew Doughty is the quarterback for the power play, too, with the Dono line, but Hyman, Nugent Hopkins plus 300. There's some options there, but I wanted to get that out to you before this game concludes. And yeah, that's pretty much what I'm liking right now. So, like I said, even though I didn't want to do anything with it, it's not really much, but hey, it seemed like a science experiment to make Dano work. I mean, make David work, because, yeah, he's been playing well. So, Corey Perry's now on the top line, and he's on the power play. So, there you go. So, there you pretty much have it. I mean, I'm still going to be adding some bets, but that's pretty much what I like now. I definitely try to put this out at least to have some time to, you know, get on the streams and people could look at it. Like I said, this is everything after the 7 o'clock game. So if you look at this, by the time the 7:30 game is done, maybe the last 2 games, you can get something out of these videos. But that's it for me. Good luck tonight. Probably drop a video tomorrow. It's a single game, so I'll probably drop a quick vid. Along with that, I'll be preparing to probably play the single game, waiting for the slate to drop as well. Good luck tonight. This is your boy Grade A Fantasy with another episode of Grade A Power Plays. And I'm signing off.